My name is Jeffrey Rube, and I'm from Salem, Massachusetts. I was born in Hillsboro, Oregon, and my mother moved us out to the East Coast when she split up with my father when I was just a kid. And then she decided to move us to Dorchester, where we grew up. Me and my brother grew up in Dorchester in a real rough neighborhood. We didn't do much but run the streets out there. So it kind of led into a lot of my problems as far as drinking goes in my life. I started drinking at a young age, about 10, so that I could feel tough enough to go to school. Stayed in Dorchester until the 11th grade, when I dropped out of school, and then we decided that it would be better if I went to live with my father on the West Coast and finished the 11th and 12th grade out there. Well, that turned into a disaster as well. I stole all of his booze, and I was a raging alcoholic on the West Coast. And he was a police officer, so he decided to send me back to the East Coast and just be done with me. And when I got back to the East Coast, I decided to settle down, and I got myself a job, and I met a girl, and I got married, and we had a son. I ended up divorced after 2 years of marriage, and I drank steadily through all of this time. I got married again for the second time, and to the wife that I'm married to now. This was 33 years ago. And I continued to drink, had 2 more kids, raised my 2 daughters, functioned throughout life pretty well, drinking almost every day. In 2013, I remember specifically, it turned from me just drinking, casually or, every other day to every day, and then to survive or to function through the day, I had to have a drink. I finally landed a year and a half ago in Danvers, RCA. When I arrived this time at the Recovery Centers of America, they put me into the Evolutions group, which is a group of guys all about my age, and the therapy is geared to guys my age who have been through just about the same thing I have. The camaraderie that I found here and the quality of the care of the staff here made me start to realize that this was the thing I needed to do to get my life back in order and not lose everything that I had worked all my life for. I think it was very important for me to get treatment amongst my peers because when I was in other treatment centers, I was around a lot of younger kids and I couldn't relate. And in our stories, the same age group of people that I'm with are almost exactly the same. We all go through the same struggles together and we come out the same end together. And so that was very beneficial for me. Now, the staff here at Recovery Centers of America is very caring and very interested in your recovery. And they became like lifelong friends to me. I stayed here the whole program, and I came out of the program and I did what they suggested, and I went to meetings and I stayed sober, and here I am today, a year and a half later, working for Recovery Centers of America. So my life now in active sobriety is a whole new life. It's waking up in the morning and breathing sober breaths. It's amazing. I've gotten everybody in my family back where they didn't want anything to do with me, and I never saw my grandkids because my daughters would not bring them around me. We go places, we've gone vacations. It's a whole new life. So if you're struggling and you think you might need help, and I know you've probably been through it before and you've lost faith in some of the programs that you've been in, I think coming to Recovery Centers of America would be the best choice you could make in your life because it's worked for me.